Over the week, Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna alongside some other 25 opposition leaders from across Africa were blocked from entering Angola, arrested and detained in the country for hours, after which he was released, took a flight to Addis Ababa, then came back to the country. And when he came, he tried to address the matter on X. He wrote and gave some details on the same, but I'm here to give you more details on the exact cause of the diplomatic flow between these opposition leaders from across Africa and the government in Angola. You're welcome. So apparently, Edwin Sifuna and these other opposition leaders from across Africa, we're talking about Uganda, Tanzania, Botswana, and even countries outside Africa, were officially invited by the opposition party in Angola, UNITA party. That's the opposition party in Angola, and they were invited for a political retreat. But on arriving in the country, they were blocked from entering the country, arrested and detained, and deported afterwards. Let's learn how and why. Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna was among several African political leaders denied entry into Angola on March 13, 2025. The group, which included Tanzanian opposition leader Tundu Lisu and Ugandan opposition figure Robert Kyagulanyi aka Bobi Wine, had official invitations from Angola's main opposition party UNITA to attend a political retreat in Luanda. Upon arrival at Quatro de Fevereiro International Airport in Luanda, Angolan authorities barred their entry without providing specific reasons. Senator Sifuna confirmed the incident, stating that they were deported and had returned to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He expressed concern for colleagues still detained in Angola. The incident has drawn criticism from various quarters. Tundu Lisu condemned the treatment as unacceptable, suggesting it could escalate into a diplomatic issue between Angola and the affected nations. As of now, Angolan authorities have not issued an official statement explaining the reasons for denying entry to these political figures. The situation has raised diplomatic and political concerns, particularly given the involvement of opposition leaders from multiple African countries. It looks like there's a well-coordinated scheme by the ruling governments of the day against opposition figures in this continent. Some of the significant events that highlight the sitting hostilities by the governments of the day against the opposition figures include when the East African community was convened to endorse Raila for the AUC chairmanship. Museveni rose and spoke emphatically and stated explicitly that he has a problem with characters like Babu Owino, who happens to be one of the key figures in the opposition in this country.
I'm very glad that you have united His Excellency Ruto and His Excellency Gachagua and all the other leaders, and you have supported our comrade Pan-Africanists. There are some individuals in Raila's group who I don't think know what they are doing. You know, I am a consumer of intelligence services. So I always see intelligence service reports. There's a character called Babu. I always see Babu. Dealing with anti-Ugandan group, anti-NRM group, seeing Ugandans. So I had never chosen him, but now I am choosing Babu. But those are individuals, they are not the Raila group, because I know Raila from the nationalists and Pan-Africanists. So, Munsamehe maneno mengi, I am here to support the candidature of Raila Odinga.
And to his surprise, some few months later, when Babu tried to go to Tanzania, he was barred from accessing the country. Right? Some few months ago, Kizza Besigye, the key opposition in Uganda, was abducted here in Kenya, whisked away by the military, charged in Uganda for treason, And up to this day, his case is still ongoing. So a few months later, Maria Sarungi, a Tanzanian national human rights activist and a key critic of the Samia Suluhu government, was abducted in this country, disappeared for hours, and later on found dumped somewhere in the beaches. I don't know if that was Mombasa or Lamu, but yeah, she was abducted in this country. Right? Now we're talking about over 25 opposition leaders being barred from entering Angola, being arrested and detained for hours, and later on being deported. These are people that had official invitations to enter the country. They have their visas and passports. These are not criminals. They are political leaders. So when I say it looks like there's this deliberate scheme to suppress the opposition in this continent, it cannot be more real. Right? So, yep. It looks like if things are not mended soon enough, we're going to have a real diplomatic rift, a real diplomatic problem in this continent. But we're still waiting to get details on why exactly these opposition leaders were barred from entering Angola, though the country might have its domestic issues between the opposition of the day and the ruling government. But why are they involving other nations in their domestic issues? I mean, but anyway, as I said, we're still waiting to get details as to why these people were barred from entering the country. Others for now, that's what it is. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to share, follow, and subscribe.